Good afternoon and assalamualaikum everyone. Today I'm going to discuss to you all about environmental science. This is the first page. Environmental science includes all the living and non-living things with which organisms interact. And the environmental includes the human, although humans often forget that they are part of the environment, but they are part of it. We cannot survive without the healthy environment. How we interact the environment is important. The next page. The study of how the natural world works, how environment affect us and how we affect our environment, and understanding the interaction environment in the first step in understanding our objective approach to environmental challenge and issues. Also, the next is multiply subject areas contribute to the study of environmental science. Ito yung sa mga pagtuturo about sa school. And ito naman yung mga subject is ecology, earth science, chemistry, biology, economics, political science, and more. Therefore, environmental science is an interdisciplinary field, one that borrows experience and technique from the many different background and experience in the field. The next is environmentalism versus environmental science. Environmentalism is a social movement dedicated to protecting the natural world from undesirable change brought about by humans. Environmental science is to maintain an object approach to work and try to avoid bias or a preference that is a personal and not scientific work. The next is population up and resources is down. In the last several years, 100 years, both human population and resource consumption have increased dramatically. There are limits to our natural resource or material and energy resource found in the nature that humans need to survive. There are two types of natural resource, renewable and non-renewable. This is the example, the renewability continuum. Renewable, sunshine, wind, waves, geometrically constantly available, always renewable. That's example. Must be sustainable. Example is fresh water, forests, products, agriculture crops, soils. This item can be lost if not used sustainable and if they are not allowed to be renewed. And this is the example of the non-renewable. Oil, coal, natural gas, metals, and mined materials form over millions of years. Once they are gone for good. The next is population growth. Nearly 7 billion people live on this planet, and the increase in the human population in the last 100 to 200 years can be attributed to the events that recent human history. And the example is the agricultural revolution and the industrial revolution. Next is the environment over the time being, like hunter and gatherers. For the most human history, only a few million people live on earth at any one time. Those people obtain food by gathering and hunting food from the region in which they live. Human impact of environment during the time period was minimal. Despite that, it is still speculated that hunters in North America caused the disappearance of a large animal such as giant bison and saber-toothed cats and mastodons. Yan yung mga hunter na may mga spear. na ginagamit or may mga archer na pana panghuli ng mga hayop. Next is agriculture revolution. Ten about 10,000 years ago, a transition began. People began to grow crops, raise a domestic animal, and live in the village. This made it easier to meet the food needs and to survive longer. This revolution changed how and what we eat humans and gathered the wild seed and planted them. Those seeds that produced the best crops and were planted again. Dito yung nagsimula yung mga palay natin or mais. And human impact upon the environment was much larger, like forests and was being cleared to make a way for crops and grazing. Water was overused to keep crops watered. Soil was overworked and nutrients to deplete. The story of the Tigris and Euphrates River. The next is the environmental over time, and this is the Industrial Revolution example and meaning. About 300 years ago, in the early 1700, the Industrial Revolution began. There was a shift from the rural to the urban life. Fossil fuels engineer replaced animals and humans. Technology advanced, improving our access to everything. We began to live longer, healthier lives. In order to maintain technology advance and continue to improve, more resources are extracted from the environment. Can this way of the life sustained and maintained? This is the mga problems here in the earth. At the first, population growth and the development were considered positive. Today, our opinion has changed. With increase the demand for resource and we see several environmental problem develop. Example is the resources depletion and population of water, land, and air. Also the loss of biodiversity and agriculture and food production challenge over the use of land. That's all. Thank you very much.